I'm Nick McFarland, and this is just a few tips on how I studied well. Usually I like to find a quiet place to study. I usually study like an hour or two and then take like a 10-minute break or something, go get a snack or watch some TV or something. And then, but the whole reason why I study is because I like to see myself succeed and make A's in my classes. And I couldn't do that without the people that support me each day, which would be my family and friends. They're always there to help me and continue to help me strive to be excellent. While being in college, I found a lot of different things than how it was in high school. For example, I had to study a whole lot longer in college than in high school, because in high school just about none of us studied. I mean, I studied like maybe 10 minutes for a test, but in college you have to study like hours and hours a day just to be able to pass that test or make an A in that test. And then also the sports in college is a whole lot more difficult and more time consuming than in high school. Like in college, you basically are practicing for like 2 or 3 hours a day and then going home and having to study. Whereas in high school, you would practice like maybe an hour or so and then have like just about the whole day to study for a test or go see your friends or go out to eat or something like that.
It's important to have a good philosophy on learning. You have to be positive mindset. You're able to keep growing as you learn. You're not just going to stay the same, and you also have to be determined to succeed. If you're not willing to succeed, then it's probably not going to happen. You also have to pay attention on what's important. If you focus on every detail, you're just going to get dragged on it, and you're never going to finish what you need to get done. And you have to be able to continue to learn. Realize that you're never done learning. You can always learn more, and you have to have an effort to pass.
So some strategies for studying in college. I know a lot of college students often struggle with procrastination. I know I'm a victim of that. I've definitely struggled with procrastination. And one thing that I do to combat that is as soon as I get an assignment, whether it be homework or like studying for a test, then I like to sit down and just knock it all out right then, because I know, at least for me, if I stop and take breaks or if I wait to do it, then it's never going to get done. So I just like to sit down and knock it all out and do as much as I can. Another thing students often struggle with is like how to prepare for a test. Like sure, you might get a study guide, but how do you really get it to stick in your head? And so what I do personally, I think everyone's different, their styles of learning and their styles of retaining information. But for me, I like to write out my study guide multiple times. That helps me, and also reading it out loud so that I can remember, like hearing my voice, actually saying it back to me. And so those are some tips that might help you in your studying here at Lieutenant.
So my question for you guys is, how do you study or learn the best? There's some types of categories that most college students can fall under. We have oral, where you are a learner who, by hearing things, you can just retain it, and that's how you memorize your stuff. You have visual, where if you see it, like pictures and graphs and things like that. You have physical, where you like to have it physically in your hands, like more hands-on worker. You have logical, where you're very set in patterns and like very strategic about how you learn. Then there's social, where you like to be with a group of people and you talk amongst yourselves about what you just learned and just different ways to help you retain it that way. Then we have solitary, where you're kind of more by yourself and reserved and just like to read the material and kind of go about it that way. And so once you just figure out which way you learn best, it'll help you really play a role into your intellectual development.
A determination to succeed along with a positive attitude. If you think you can, then you can. Shoot, I forgot.
Oh, that's great.
Crap!
And I just found like there's
Some kind of audio between the group of you of what you just learned, and that'll help you